right, we're back here at Radio Row talking to a friend of the program, Tom Grossi. If you don't know him, this dude is big time on YouTube in Packers, Nation Packers, everywhere. I mean, you are the face of Packers fans.
I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it. It's really kind of you.
You are, and before we go after you, for being a Packers fan, I will compliment you because one of the things I admire greatly about you is your charitable work.
Appreciate
that you use your platform to do good in charitable work with others.
Yeah, we've raised over $1.1 million in the past 3 years for charity, which has been great. And then we've been I actually have a fundraiser coming up a week after the Super Bowl. We're going to stream until I raise $1 million for Children of Fallen Patriots.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, it's going to be a great
That's
time.
awesome. I got distracted there. Doug Flutie just took a picture of us for some reason.
And pointed at us.
He was supposed to come on earlier, so I'm hoping
he might be coming after you.
Resonates.
He might have heard what you said earlier.
It's fine. Again, it's Doug Flutie.
No, you are not getting bounced.
She's like, Tom, that was a great show. Thank you so much.
I was just like, why is Doug Flutie taking a picture of me right now?
He was supposed to be on at 12:30. He's not. You're in the chair. So, Tom, what are you prepared now for the Packers' demise? I mean, they're 0-2 in 2025. The Bears are 1-0, and that's all we're going to remember about anything that's happened in the last 12 months. We're only going to remember the last few weeks.
Do we want to go back any years? Or
we do not.
Okay, all right.
We are only focusing on 2025 and forward.
And you guys are undefeated.
Exactly. So it just feels like now the Packers are in shambles. Maybe Jordan Love isn't the guy anymore. Where are you at right now as a Packer fan?
Dude, first of all, congrats on finally winning. That was good. It took a bit. You took a bit. You can take a round of applause for that. Yeah. It's a big 2025 for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's funny because with Bears, you had 3 teams from the division go to the playoffs, right? And, of course, Packers get bounced first. It sucks, right, because the Vikings, they got bounced the following night. But the fact that not a single NFC North team won in the playoffs, despite 14 win teams, all that, and nobody won, makes me feel a lot better on the inside because it makes me feel like, okay, maybe the sky isn't falling. I mean, we held the Eagles to the smallest amount of points that they scored in the playoffs, right? So I think there's something about that. The defense is looking real good. Hafley already getting head coaching interviews with the Jets. Thank God he didn't take it. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this team still. They crushed it with McKinney. They crushed it with Jacobs. And now it's like, okay, go get a wide receiver, go get a pass rusher, go get a corner. And, I think they're right back at it. Obviously, we improved when it came to our overall record. The division sucked. We were a fingertip away from being swept by the division. And that's stuff it has to get addressed. But ultimately, I don't have any fears with Jordan. I think he's still damn good. And, yeah, I think we're going to find out, who this team really is within the next 2 years because this youngest team narrative is going to go away. And then it's just time to play.
So as the Bears skyrocket up, who do you think goes down in the division?
Well, here, I want to ask that same question differently. Does the Bears getting Ben Johnson make the division better? Or is it weaken the division? Because it weakens the Lions.
Ooh, that's a great question. I feel like their loss of coordinators, and it's not just their coordinators, I think that is we're going to see how good Dan Campbell really is, as a coach. Ben Johnson, obviously is a great offensive coordinator, and I got to give a lot of credit to the McCaskies because there was a lot of, are they going to kind of spend this money? Who knows on Ben Johnson? And they did. They went and got him. So I would think that the team that's immediately going to fall potentially is the Vikings. I think they definitely overachieved this year. And then we just don't know about JJ, right? So we're going to kind of see how that looks. But when it comes to the Bears, man, I think it makes the division better. We just don't know what kind of head coach he is, right? Ultimately, that's the question. We've seen so many Nathaniel Hackett from the Packers, right? It was the gold zone, everything. Went to Denver, didn't know how to call timeouts. So I don't think you're going to have the same exact thing with Ben Johnson, but, we're just going to have to wait and see like everybody else. But you got literally the candidate that everyone wanted.
Yeah, so, I mean, last year, obviously, we all saw your meltdown when the Bears drafted Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
So who is the Bears going to –
Did you see Rome here, by the way?
I did not see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's walking around. You guys should maybe make up or something.
No.
It's either the Lions, or you guys stealing guys. The Lions have done it 4 years in a row to me. It started with Brian Branch, then they're going to get Arnold. So I'm just used to it at this point. Right.
So now going forward for this draft –
yeah.
Is there a player that you're worried the Bears are going to draft and you're going to have another meltdown over? I'm kind of hoping Mason Graham from Michigan. I'm thinking about some different guys. Not to put you on the spot on who's in the draft, but I just like when there's triggers for what the Bears do, and then it elicits.
He just wants to see your pain.
No, I get it. No,
I have a lot of pain, so I like that company.
Yeah, exactly. Misery loves it. Yeah, no, I think you guys should get Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, I think, would be a great addition to the Chicago. I really want him. So if you guys could go get him, and trade up to go get him, I think it'd be
Well, he is
top-notch.
a friend of our network, but I think we'll have to pass this time around.
Nah, man, I think it's going to be just any of the major corners. I think, like that's who I'm looking at. And we'll see if we go get an elite pass rusher, because the Packers definitely need one. Your guys' defense is super interesting. So, I'm curious to see what kind of form that is going to take this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't go be taking corners from me just yet.
Is there any worry now looking, and maybe not worry is the right word, but just looking at Jordan Love and trying to understand what his ceiling is after you've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and you're hoping that you're hitting the lotto 3 times in a row. Where, do you think you've found a place of understanding who he is, or is there still more to be untapped?
Yeah, I think that the entire team is a young and inconsistent team, right? I think and I think the same can be said about Jordan Love. When he's on, it's damn, some of these balls, he's damn good. So I think that it's there. It's just about being more consistent, and whether that is going to be getting more wide receivers or just increasing target share for one particular guy and getting a wide receiver one or just one developing. I'm not too concerned, but we've had 2 sample sizes, right? We've had 2 seasons. I'm pretty happy with what we've seen. Obviously, the end of the year didn't go too well, but yeah, like I said, these next 2 seasons are going to be pivotal. Be all right, who is Jordan Love? They obviously gave him a lot of money, but $55 million. Trevor Lawrence gave him $55 million too, right? So I think that's just the going rate at this point. And just to see what they're going to look like and what this offense is going to evolve into, that's going to depend on Love. And I'm super confident in it, but I don't know if we have a Hall of Famer yet, right? Because we've only seen him for 2 years. So yeah, let the kid play 2 more years and we'll see what happens.
If it's your last beer, you going Spotted Cow or Miller High Life?
That's Spotted. Come on now. Come on. I got to go Spotted.
What kind of question was that?
The High Life is
the question is, do you go Moon Man or Spotted Cow?
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I go Moon Man.
Yeah, me too.
Moon Man's delicious.
Yeah.
So before we let
Don't
you
even
go,
know what Moon Man is.
Jesus.
New Glarus. It's another.
Okay.
It's one of those.
It's their pale ale.
I know you mentioned, trying to raise $1 million off the top, but if there's any other charity stuff or anything you'd like to, let the viewers know about.
I appreciate you guys. Yeah, so a week from the Super Bowl, February 16th, going to probably start around 5 p.m. We're going to stream. It's the Million or Million stream. So we're a little over 800,000 subscribers right now. So I am going to stream nonstop, going to sleep on stream until we either hit 1 million subscribers or $1 million raised for Children of Fallen Patriots. And what that organization is, super small. They do phenomenal work. They have a perfect rating on Charity Navigator. They got about 30 employees, 19 are Gold Star families. And it provides children who have lost parents in the line of duty, whether it was combat, disease, suicide, and it really helps them with education, full ride, guidance throughout their entire life, and just kind of giving back to those who serve. So
you're going to literally sleep on stream? Yep. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we raised $100,000 in 13 hours.
No one will want to watch him sleep on stream.
And you know what? I know there's a lot of content creators and people trying to build a platform, including us, right? We're trying to grow, and I think one of the questions would have been well, how do you build I think you just showed it right there. So we got a jet here. Got a lot going on here at Radio Row, but Tom Grossi, always a pleasure to have you on the program.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll bring you on after every Bears win. You guys won 10 in a row. Now it's our turn to win 10 in a row. 1 down, 9 to go.
Go Pack, go baby.
Bear down. We'll talk to you soon.